Hey folks, I am in such a bad mood right now. Not getting any sleep, and when I do get sleep, it's not at the time where I can actually make use of my brain. Apparently, I can't even think. Go to bed at the same time as I normally do. I'll sleep for about 2 hours, and then I'll wake up and I can't get back to sleep again. And by the time I finally do, I don't wake up for any of my alarms. I wake up too late to go out and do anything. So I haven't been going out. And then there's cases like last night where I couldn't sleep at all. I never got to sleep until almost 11 a.m. And, well, I didn't sleep very long, so I was actually able to wake up from my alarms. So it's about 4 o'clock right now. I have to get out. I have things I need to do. So, my eyes are so sore. I'm not awake at all. And I hate going out when I feel like this. So, I'm angry, I'm irritable. And to make things worse, May 1st is when I ordered my camera, the H9R. And it's now May 10th. I ordered 2 things. I ordered my chocolate drink powder with it, and apparently they're in 2 different warehouses because they're being shipped separately. So they were both charged separately as well. And May 13th, which is 3 days from now, is when I'm supposed to get my chocolate powder. I should just say drink mix. And as far as the H9 goes, it still says preparing to ship. And they'll give an estimated delivery date when things are ready to go. So it's been in that state for 9-10 days now. Well, a couple nights ago, I got a notice from my card. Authorization has expired. So apparently when Amazon charges your card, it's just reserving the space. And that reservation is no longer valid. So the money came back. And then sometime this morning when I was trying to sleep, I got another one for the chocolate powder. Let me guess, they're gonna blame the pandemic, right? Give me a frickin' break. Because I remember when everything started, that was their excuse. They're putting preferences on essential items. Everything else has to wait. Well, what's their excuse now? Because my chocolate powder is a meal replacement, and food is considered essential. It is essential to me because I'm practically living on it. There are days that's all I eat. So to me, that's essential. But what's the point of having a Prime membership if it really isn't doing anything? Because my order's over $50 anyway, so I still wouldn't pay shipping if there was shipping on it. It's pointless. And at that time, it had a notice on the page that when you purchase that some items will be delayed for that particular. There's nothing now, absolutely nothing. No explanation as to why things will take so long. So I got wondering, as like I said, when I first looked at the listing for the camera, it said there was only 3 in stock, and when I purchased mine, it was down to 1. So I got wondering, does it now say 3? Or at least 2? The other people got tired of waiting and said, screw it. No, it still says unavailable. So all three are currently out of stock or whatever. So either the other two got theirs and I'm still waiting, or the other two people, are still waiting for theirs too. I don't know. It's just nonsense. I am not in the mood for any of this right now. I don't know what else to say. So, regarding my last video, I got thinking the last time I got video of the fire trucks refilling at that same spot, it was for the dump fire on the same road as this fire. It's just kind of interesting. But at that time, I couldn't. The dump is a little bit farther to the east. It's not a huge difference, but it is a little bit farther. So, yeah, I don't remember if it was windy that day or not, but I didn't see any smoke from that. But it was kind of cool getting the smoke in the background of this one. So, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do today. I got shopping I got to do. I got to stop at the post office while it's still open. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know. It depends on how I feel when I get out there, I guess. Let's go out there now. I stopped and talked to the gents on the bench and finished off my coffee, so I went and got a second one, setting myself up for another headache. And I didn't tell you about that. When I was watching the fire trucks refill, I had 3 coffees that day. And I knew I was going to get a headache the next day, but it kind of got made worse because I messed up making my pot of coffee. I don't know if I've explained this before. I have a reusable basket in my coffee maker, and when I start fresh, I put 4 teaspoons of coffee in, and then the next pot I put 3 in, and the next 3. I keep going until the basket's full. I recycle the old grounds. It's kind of gross for some people, but it doesn't bother me. And then once the basket's full, I empty it out and start with another 4. Well, I made a pot of coffee that night, and I messed up, and I forgot to put the next 3 teaspoons of coffee in, so it was really weak. I can't drink a weak coffee. It's horrible. I can try to load it up on sugar. It helps a little bit, but I can't drink it. So I made that coffee when I went to bed. I couldn't drink it, so I had no coffee that night at all. And then I woke up the next morning with a splitting headache from caffeine withdrawal, which is the only time I get headaches. And this one was really rough. And of course, with my sleeping being the way it is, I didn't go out that day, so I never got a Timmy's. So for a day and a half, I had this splitting headache that just kind of gradually went away. And it was so bad, when I go scratch my head, my hair hurt. So I really feel for people who have who suffer from migraines. It's debilitating. It's horrible. Thankfully, I can control mine. Like I say, that's the only time I get headaches. Is when I'm in caffeine withdrawal. I don't have much of a voice left. I did a lot of talking today when I was out, so it's getting kind of hoarse at the moment. So I just we got talking about the illness that's going around, and it kind of concerns me with my sleeping, non-sleeping, because I'm running on a lot of sleep today, and that really affects your immune system when you don't get enough sleep. So it's kind of trying to not make much contact with people today. Oh man. So I don't think I really have anything else to talk about today. I got lots of things to talk about, but stuff that I guess I want to talk separately. So I'm going to leave you with a question. Not a thought today, but a question. Kind of a thought, but it regards farm animals versus wild animals. Farm pigs are pink, more or less hairless, and I guess basically docile. If pigs escape from the farms and they go out into the wild, I think I remember reading about this a while ago. It's either 2 generations or 3 generations. I think it's 3. Within 3 generations, they're wild, and they turn brown. They got their full coat of hair, and they grow tusks and become dangerous beasts. So they got me thinking of other things. Farm turkeys are white. Turkeys in the wild are black. They're feathers, black feathers, and farm turkeys are white feathers. So I'm just curious to know why the birds in captivity turn white. And same with chickens. Farm chickens are white. But it got me thinking, aside from hobby farms where chickens are all different colors, being mainly white in captivity, are there wild chickens? I don't think I've ever seen a wild chicken. Like non-farm, not escaped from a farm, just a chicken in the wild. I don't think I've ever seen that. So it kind of makes me wonder, do they actually exist in the wild? I imagine if they do, they'd have, you know, better flight capabilities. As unless their wings have been clipped, then, you know, farm chickens can fly because they do roost in trees. But are there chickens in the wild? And do you see them flying overhead? I guess that's kind of my question. I'm not sure if I really want an answer to that, but I'm curious to know if chickens actually exist in the wild.